Is there another VR headset or maybe even another Quest coming from Oculus in the near future? Maybe a Quest 3 or maybe a Quest 2 Pro? That's what we're talking about today on BMF, as well as some other awesome topics. Let's jump right in. It was only a matter of time before we started to hear rumblings and rumors of the next VR headset from Oculus. I just didn't expect it to be so early on in the year, and I didn't expect it to come from Mark Zuckerberg himself. This week, Facebook held its Q4 2020 earnings call, and a lot of interesting information came out of that call, not least of which is confirmation that Oculus is definitely working on another headset in the Quest series, it would seem. Mark Zuckerberg is quoted as saying, "So we're continuing to work on new hardware as well. The new hardware will kind of fit the same platform. So the content that works on Quest 2 should be forward compatible. And so that way we're going to build one kind of larger installed base around the virtual reality headsets that we have." He didn't give any additional information as far as hardware or timing of the release of this headset, but we can still glean a few things from this one statement. First of all, it confirms they're definitely working on something, and that something doesn't seem to be a PC VR headset. According to the quote, it will kind of fit the same platform, and it should be forward compatible with content on the current Quest systems. Now that does tell me it's still going to be running on an Android platform, and it's probably going to be standalone or a mixed device that allows for PC VR just like the current Quest and Quest 2. One good thing about this is that if it's forward compatible, more than likely just like the Quest 1 and the Quest 2, it'll also be backwards compatible. The interesting thing is that he specifically said they're going to build one kind of larger installed base around the virtual reality headsets that we have. The goal seems to be to push technology, release updates to the hardware on a more consistent basis, but continuously allow the previous generations to work with the same software. This reminds me a lot of how cell phones work, with a company like Samsung releasing an S-series phone every single year, yet those same phones will function primarily the same with some small technological or hardware differences. That indicates to me we could very well see upgrades to the Quest hardware on the same time frame as we do smartphones, which would be the 12 to 18 month time frame. My assumption is we won't be seeing another one this September, but I'm going to guess that we'll probably see one the following May or just before, just like the first. Now, like I said, we don't know hardware-wise what this is going to be, whether it's going to have a wider field of view, whether it's going to have a new chipset, and what color it's going to be, but we do know that it is coming. Oculus seems fully on board with the virtual reality plan. Zuckerberg himself is quoted as saying that the Quest 2 is on track to be the first mainstream VR headset. Zuckerberg is specifically quoted as also saying, "I'm excited about our product roadmap for 2021 as we build new and meaningful ways to create economic opportunity, build community, and help people just have fun." Just the other day, Andrew Bosworth, or Boz, tweeted on Twitter and said, "We're thrilled to see that developers of all sizes are seeing continued success on the Quest platform. More than 60 Oculus titles are generating revenue in the millions." That right there is pretty freaking incredible. 60 different Oculus titles are generating revenue in the millions on the Quest platform, which is over 25% of the applications on the Quest store. Now that actually brings us to the next topic I want to talk about, and that's the Unlisted app distribution platform that has been tossed around for the Quest platform. This would allow people to be able to install side Quest titles that would normally require a PC onto their Quest without having to have a PC. Now, this has been talked about for a while, and I've actually mentioned it recently in another video, but we have an update as far as timeline goes. In fact, Boz on Instagram in an AMA actually said that it was supposed to launch this week, but they ran into a bug which got it pushed back, but I've heard rumors it could be launching within the next couple of days, or at least within the next week. This is going to be magical for people that own a Quest and Quest 2, because you'll be able to install a whole bunch more games, but it's also going to encourage developers to be able to release more content, because they'll be able to put games for sale in front of people that aren't on the official Quest store. This opens up the ability for those people to sell their games to us. Obviously, there will still be a lot of free stuff as SideQuest has, but there are also a lot of great paid games on SideQuest. And this is going to open up opportunities for developers to try to jump into this platform and get in front of more people, which in turn is going to cause more sales and in turn will cause more games and will in turn cause even more games to be put on that platform. All in all, between Oculus still developing additional hardware, the sales of the current hardware, and sales of software, and the Unlisted app distribution coming very soon, it's looking like a very busy and very bright 2021 already. And if you thought that was enough, I've got even more interesting stuff for you, and this stuff is specifically about some game information. I know a lot of people have been waiting for an open world survival game to come to the Quest platform, and Green Hell has been mentioned a few times, but Upload VR actually did a question and answer with the development team and got some really good information about Green Hell VR. This is a port from the PC VR game Green Hell, and it's being handled by the same people that ported Layers of Fear and Blair Witch Oculus Quest Edition. According to the question and answer from Upload VR, which you can check out the whole thing at the link in the description, Green Hell VR is going to be a full-on survival experience, with crafting being a very important feature, as well as hunting, fishing, healing, and even monitoring your vitals. In fact, it's going to come down to the point where you can actually do surgery and repair or fix your wounds, and you're going to be able to see your full body in VR, which very few games actually get right on the Quest, which is going to be pretty awesome. But I suppose if you've got to actually fix your arm or your leg or your torso, that does make sense. In fact, some of the examples disgustingly given were digging worms out from underneath your skin and crafting a band-aid, saying that healing won't be just one click. Player will actually need to take care of their body to stay alive. It'll be interesting to see the game as it gets closer to launch. There is no release date for this game, but I, for one, am very excited to see how this plays out. Also announced this week, I Expect You to Die is getting a sequel. I Expect You to Die 2, The Spy, and The Liar, which is coming later this year. Now, this has not specifically been announced for the Quest 2 yet, but considering I Expect You to Die did so well on the Quest, I expect we are going to see it on the Quest platform. If you haven't played I Expect You to Die the original, it's an amazing game, it's a lot of fun, and I expect this game to be just as good if not better, so I'm really looking forward to this sequel. Also, if you're a horror fan and you're waiting for Wraith the Oblivion, it is slated for launch this spring. A brand new trailer has been released on The Shadow, which is your guide and the narrator throughout the game. I'll put a link to the full trailer down in the description, but it looks to be a very interesting game, very, very creepy, and it's actually set in the World of Darkness universe, so if you're either a fan of that or of horror, this is definitely one to watch out for. A brand new game was added to the Coming Soon section in the Quest store today, which confirms that Hyperdash is coming to the Quest platform, and the release date listed is that of February 25th. So, little under a month left, and we'll be seeing one of the most innovative and coolest first-person style shooters in VR on the Quest platform. This one is fast-paced, from gliding on rails to teleporting around. It's hectic, fast-paced, and it works really well, so I'm excited to get more players into the game and see how people like it. Last up for game announcements, The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners trial update is finally arriving next month after a delay. It was originally slated to launch this month, but it's now slated to launch on February 4th, which is not much farther away. The trial is a horde-style survival mode, which is similar to the PC VR edition that launched last year. So if you're looking for some fresh content for The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners, February 4th is the day you've been looking for. Well, there you go. There are some facts on exactly where we stand with what's coming from Oculus as far as a new Quest, as well as an update on the new distribution platform and how well VR is going on the Quest platform. What do you think about a brand new headset? Should Oculus be releasing headsets 12 to 18 months apart with minimal upgrades, or should they wait for longer periods of time? I want to know what you think, so let me know down in the comments. If you want to get the most out of your Quest, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down there and the bell icon for notifications. Plus, you can check out even more of my videos right there. Thank you so much for watching, stay safe, and Happy questing!